All right, so my producer actually said 3, 2, 1. Welcome to BTM Afrika. My name is NYDJ, bringing you a huge personality in the Ghanaian music space, not just Ghana, all over Africa. Prior to the release of his album, we had a show in Kwewu, where he actually comes from. It was a beautiful show. Just what this snippet of a performance, and when we are back, we have KiDi on BTM Afrika.
The night is young, make I drink my night away. See, I'm feeling blessed and I'm grateful for my life. I'm feeling blessed and I'm grateful for my life.
Shut up and bend over. Eh. Oh, let your back do the talking over. What's up, guys? Your boy KiDi, aka the Sugar Daddy, aka the Girl Them Sugar, aka the Golden Boy, aka I'll be back, aka Child, aka his bunch. Right now, you're watching BTM Afrika. Don't go nowhere. Oh, Lord of mercy. Let's go.
All right, so is the Golden Boy will be Golden Boy season?
You understand?
Yeah.
So
is that gold or that's white? Actually,
this is platinum. As much as we want gold, we want our records to be platinum.
To be platinum.
Yeah, I say, so we are in the middle of gold and platinum. Yeah.
You dropped. Congratulations on the release of your new album. That's the Golden Boy.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful album.
Thank you.
I must say, I had the privilege to listen to a couple of them during the listening, and then the project was out. Tell me, how do you feel at the release of this particular project?
I always say that the albums are like my babies. You know, it's like you've nurtured the child, you've conceived the child, and then finally the baby is born. And like anytime a baby is born, the feeling is like you're anxious, you're nervous, you're excited, like you're looking forward to what it's going to do. And projects wise, from Sugar to Blue to Golden Boy, I've always been known to churn out like good projects. So it's always like a standard to live up to. And I'm glad that the Golden Boy is living up to that standard. It's doing way beyond how I even expected. It's only like being a month. It's only, you see the way the music industry is set up now, in the olden days, I could tell that songs had to like take like months for it to actually mature.
Yeah.
Right now, because of the way the industry is set up, a song can be out for 1 week, and we're expecting so much of the song already. An album is only being a month, and already what is done. I can imagine like in a year's time.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm super grateful to everybody who's been supporting the project. God bless you.
There's a number of songs on the album which are doing so well already. You can talk about Spiritual, who was released earlier. You can talk about Touch It, which is doing crazy numbers.
Crazy.
And then you have Send Me Nude. Send Me Nudes. that song always comes up with an issue.
Yep.
Have you heard conversations about people say that song should be banned on radio and all that?
Oh, please. Who are those? They should come and tell it to my face. Because there's nothing vulgar in that song. There's nothing that I've said that can't be so humorous that can't be said. Send me this English. Send me nudes. It's not scary like that, you know. It's not like I've said some words that there be. It's a song. Sometimes music is made to be enjoyed. It's a vibe, it's a feeling. Just enjoy the way it is and don't overthink it. You know? So,
people have said, I mean, music has a power, and music gets to influence people, and the message in that song, morally, it's corrupt.
It's not. I've always said that I want to have music for every moment in life. Every moment, like any conversation. You know, those when I used to watch Cantata, the concept of Cantata is so fascinating to me. Because every conversation they are having, there's a song that will come with. That's what, in 10 years, in 15, 20 years of my career, any conversation, you can be talking about ice cream, there should be a KiDi song about ice cream. Talking about nudes, talking about everything you want to talk about, there should be a KiDi song about it. So I'm on the right path.
That means there was a lot of thought process in this particular song. And,
and the way the song even came about, it was so unintentional, but when it happened, I knew that, no, this song is actually a song that people will love because one way or another, people can relate to it. They know about it. They know people. If they don't do it themselves, they know people who probably do. So.
But did you anticipate the negative conversations as well?
Of course, everything you do. Even when I sang a love song as standard, there's always negative comments about anything you do. I sang a song about Mr. Badman. Don't jealous me, Mr. They will come and say who is jealous. Like anything you do, no matter how pure it is, there will be negative sides. So as for that, my mind is tuned for that. So yeah.
Okay, guys. So my guest is KiDi, signed on to Links Entertainment, and of course, one of the amazing personalities on that record label. Not to say the others they are my family, so you know what I mean. Let's look at beyond this project. When you dropped Blue EP, that was the lockdown season. That did crazy. Crazy. This is a top up to that one, and this you anticipate goes further than that. Because of lockdown, you couldn't do so much about the project. It looks like lockdown might be imminent again. We don't know yet, but what are plans for this particular project?
Already the plans are in motion, you know. A lot of promo, marketing, interviews, pushing tours, performing the songs, radio, TV, or traditional media, all of that it's already in full motion. Like I said, the album has been out for a month already. So if lockdown ever happens, at least we had like a few weeks to do stuff. But I pray it doesn't happen because we still have more to do, you know. So it's all about the marketing, pushing the project to more ears, more eyes, you know, growing the brand, growing the fan base around the world. So.
Now, on this particular album, you had one song that had to do with like a dad and a daughter relationship.
Yeah, daddy issues.
Yes, was it a realistic thing you've gone through, or it was you being an artistic person?
It was just an artistic process, taking the story from, you know, those things actually happen.
Yeah.
You know, oftentimes we meet people in our lives, they are amazing. They are lovely, but for some reason there's always a disconnect. Something emotional is not right, and sometimes it's not their fault. It stems from trauma from childhood. Like I said in the song, this girl has had trauma from childhood. Her dad left her. She's had to hustle to survive. She's finding herself with murderers, killers, you know, weed, drug, and it's affected her relationships in the future. And a lot of people going through it. So I just wanted to let people understand that when you meet people like this, do not be quick to judge. It's not them. It's just trauma they've been through from, you know, growing up and all of that.
Let's look at the label you are signed to, Links Entertainment. You are there with other renowned musicians. Recently, there were conversations that suggested that you and your label mate, that's Kuami, are loggerheads because we can't be now, so can't be and all that.
If you know me and Kuami from Titse, say this is not new. You've been ruffians, as I said. If you've listened to our old interviews, you know that this is nothing because we always say things to each other. It's a brotherly thing, so I don't think people should even read meaning into it. Like I said, if you watch our previous, there was the time when we used to go to interviews together.
Yeah.
We do this all the time, so this is not anything.
So it's more like it's just an in-house thing.
Of course. And for one, I find it personal. As I say, when I move bravo,
when I move black.
When I have heart attack, but we are cool, cry.
It's a family thing in there.
Yes.
Okay, now there's other thing that I want to look at, and that has to do with you as an artist. You're a brand, of course, and other brands who also want to work with great brands. You are signed to Fidelity. You are working with Samsung and all that. Many a times, artists have given some of these companies tough times in working with them. What makes it so easy for these brands to come to you?
I believe, first of all, if brands want to come to you, it means first of all you are doing something right. Like you said, big brands always want to work with bigger brands, come together, work together. And there's somebody I look up to when it comes to these things. Nanama McBrown.
Okay.
Like, I've been silently watching her. She's one of the few people that, you know, she's probably worked with every brand. When we say brand ambassador extraordinaire, that's Nanama McBrown. I study her a lot. She makes the work so beautiful. Doing with your heart, meaning what you say, being authentic, being yourself, pulling the brands along as you do. Like, it's beautiful. And people can tell when something is authentic, you get me? So I think I'm picking things from her, learning from her, and as I work with the brands, I put all of that in. Nobody wants to work with somebody who is difficult. Nobody wants to work with somebody who like you want to do their own thing. As much as you want to be yourself, you have to know that now it's not just about you. It's you and the brand you're working with. Same thing goes to them. So when you people are in harmony and you have a common goal, it makes everything else easy. So,
Recently, we saw a video of you and your kid. That means we are moving into family. It was beautiful when you say, me and Zayne, I played that audio on radio,
Yeah.
and people were excited, leaving
Now,
comments.
whenever they even play that song, people are waiting for me, and then they'll shout out me and Zayne. It becomes like part of the song.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Did you anticipate that when you were recording it?
No. Me, usually when I'm playing my songs to him, I always like to record his reactions.
Okay.
And every time he sits in my car, at first it used to be one Chris Brown song, but now when he sits in my car, he only wants to hear spiritual and touch it.
Okay.
If I slack and change the song, he doesn't
Confusion.
like it.
Yeah.
Daddy, please play it again. Daddy, please play it again. So that day, I think he was a little absent-minded. So I was trying to like play some of the other songs on the album, and then I was just recording to see his reaction. I didn't even think he was even going to grasp that part at that quickly. So I was just recording, and then he came on, and then like he heard his name, like it was so nice. Every time I watch that video, up to now, whenever I watch it, I laugh like I'm just seeing the video for the first time. And it's beautiful to see, and at his young age, he's able to grasp that and know what I'm talking about. And now from that day, every time he's in the car, he calls the song Me and Zayne. Daddy, please play me and Zayne.
You should have changed the track title.
Exactly. I feel like I should have named the song Me and Zayne. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. And it's beautiful to see, and he's a blessing onto my life. Every time I see him, no matter what I'm going through, he just lights up my world, and I couldn't be more grateful to have in my life.
It makes you want to have another son?
Not yet. Want some boys? If we follow that there,
because you'll be doing Me and Zayne, and the next time you'll be doing
me and Ray, me and Senna, me and Bacho.
So you should take a break on that.
Let's relax.
You talk about how beautiful it is when you have to hang around with him, and then drive together, play him all these songs. It's beautiful. I know that experience. Prior to this, there had been moments where it looked like you didn't want people to even know that you had a son.
Yeah.
What was keeping you away? Was it the fear that your brand and how the ladies like you, and when they get to realize
there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things, And when it happened, it was at the very, very early part of my career, and I was still trying to grow as an artist. You're trying to, I know over the years I've observed, my Ghana people. I love my Ghana people, but sometimes, Charlie, they can either like something or dislike something, So I was a bit torn. I didn't know how they were going to take it. So I was like, you know what? I don't think it's time.
Okay.
Eventually, I will let it come out. But right now, let's keep it under wraps. Let me do what I have to. Let me work hard. Let me establish myself. So that when it comes out, it won't be, the bashments won't be, or the judgments won't be too much. So at the time, his third birthday, I was like, listen, I couldn't even hide it anymore because I want to be able to go out with him, spend time with him, like, go here, go to children's park, like, enjoy life with him. And I couldn't do all of that because it was a secret. I was like, Charlie, I just let it out. And I was even surprised. I didn't see a single, I didn't see a single bad comment. I didn't see anything, hey, I'll buy. I was afraid of that thing. I'll buy, and I'll be no. Everybody was happy. Everybody was, well wishes. Like, I was super, super happy.
Did you think it was basically because the people had actually accepted you?
I think that was one factor. They like you already for who you are, so they like you for whatever you come with. Every baggage in quotes that you come with, they appreciate it. So I think at that time, I think it was the perfect time, the right time to come up.
There is a lot going on in the music industry now. We spoke about it earlier. It's moved from that traditional means of distribution and all that. Now we have the digital. Touch It, for instance, has been crazy on TikTok and Thriller and all that. I know that perhaps there's a lot of marketing and promotion that went into that, but it's been a global phenomenon, doing so well on several charts around the world. I think it made it to the UK charts, Afrobeats charts, and all that. When you see some of these things, it might not be new, but how do you feel about them, especially knowing that the music is doing so well?
As artists, that's us all we want to. It's not even, we want awards, but this is ultimately what we want, to make music and see that the music is doing well. See that the music, people love it, people want to hear, people want to request a song. So when I go on TikTok, I always get emotional when I go on TikTok. Because people that are from parts of the world that I've never even dreamt of being are jamming to the song, dancing to the song. I get DMs from people that all over the world. Like last week, I got a DM from one of the Spanish Olympic gymnasts. She was like jamming to the. I was like, hey, wow, Charlie, the Touch It is in Olympics in Tokyo. And I couldn't be more excited as an artist. This is all we want. Yanko Studio, spend time, make music. When we put it out there, the music should do well. That is all we want. And
I know that the music definitely will continue to do well. Let's look at the music circle now. there seems to be growing talents, and these are talents who are defying all the odds. It doesn't necessarily need to be through, you know, at first you had to see a particular DJ to make your song a hit.
Now, when the grace finds you, no matter what you are, no matter where you are, boof.
Grace will talk about Oswald, but let's hold on. Let's hold on for now. These talents are doing so well. How do you connect with these talents? You had your show recently in Accra and had almost all these talents coming through to support. Back then, it was really tough because there looked to be that exactly and that competition among artists. But that seems to be changing.
Yep. Because me personally, I can't speak for everybody, but personally, I recognize the essence of numbers. You know, I keep saying that the reason why, not the reason why, but one of the reasons why Nigeria is so dominant in the world Afrobeat space is it's not just one or two artists who are big. When they say Afrobeat Nigeria, there are so many of them, so they conquer a space, they take the space by force, and it's because of the numbers. So if Ghana, everybody wants to be Menkwana and Peseme big, Menkwana and Peseme, it won't work. What will make it work is when you have the numbers. Then KiDi is there, Kuami Eugene is there, King Promise is there, Kusiyata, Kofi Jama, talk. Like when they mention the numbers, and it makes it scary and we can dominate a space properly. So when we realize that there's no limit to how we should support and push each other and, you know, make sure we dominate the space as well. So that is just the thinking that I'm going with that. Everybody needs to be big. And KiDi Nkwana was a big now, like Ghana proud there. When we enter UK, we have to enter as like 15, 20 Ghanaian artists who are big, and on my best say how you get me. And when we do it like that, I think we really conquer the world. Yep.
The world is at our feet only if we will come together as a unified force, and we are going to do everything possible to do that. Let's look at this whole Oswald thing. You talk about grace, and I know this is you might have answered this over and over or a couple of times since it happened. How did you see this? And why did you decide to get yourself involved? Again, I mean, that's at the time you even tweeted.
I was about to go on stage.
Had your brands, the brands that you work with, had you actually communicated with them?
No.
Or how did it happen?
Everything happened. The way it happened was, there was no forced moments. Everything just fell in place. Like, I was literally about to go on stage. And so I think Amrado or Jalid was performing. So I was like, I was just on my phone scrolling. And then I chanced upon it on Twitter. And it just gave me nostalgia. Like, it gave me all the memories of our day, those days. Like, you need me to Charlie, parents, they didn't now, but it still reminded me of those days. I felt connected to. I was like,
when you say it still reminds me, it took me back to somebody who said it still remembers me.
That remembers me, you know. So I was like, no. I mean, I wish at that age I could write. Even the way he wrote the thing, like it was beautiful. And I just wanted to show up and do the little I can to put smiles on their faces. So I just tweeted that, you know, they should give me the info. Wherever his school is, I will go there the next day. I'll perform to him. So immediately, I hit up the brand, like, listen, I don't want to just go and just perform. And at that time, I didn't even know brands were also, like, so many brands were even coming. I was like, you know, let's do what we can. Put a smile on their face. It's a special day for them. It's the last day of school vacation. It be a report card, but I know we did last. But that day, it'd be happy for them, you know, let's just, you know, enjoy the moment. So we went there, some song, Fidelity, Fun Eyes. We did something small to also put a smile on their faces. And it was beautiful. It was
I saw snippets of you performing and that all the kids singing to the song.
Beautiful.
And at that moment, I felt it. I remember tweeting.
It's humbling.
And then really Antoine also said, Charlie, it was such a beautiful
kids, these are like 9, 8, 7, 6-year-old kids. Like, listen, when adults are singing your song, it's a different feeling. When kids are singing your song, it's so humbling. It's so humbling.
Let's then go back to the song you said. I mean, most of the time you prefer that you have a song that speaks to every moment. If you do realize that then your songs are being sung by these kids, does that put pressure on you to sometimes perhaps censor your music?
Sometimes,
or look at it?
I mean, honestly, sometimes. But at the same time, I have a wide catalog. There are songs that they can enjoy. There are songs that the adults can enjoy. There are songs that the kids can enjoy. So if I find myself in that space, obviously I'll sing the songs that the kids can enjoy. You get me? So yeah, sometimes. And there was this conversation in the internet that I think a month or two ago about Cardi B's song with Megan Thee Stallion, where like parents were saying it's bad for their kids, and I was like, as artists, you know, we make music, we entertain, we make people happy, but I think it's quite unfair for the pressure to be put on us to do music for kids, because listen, there's a wide audience. We'll do music that they will enjoy. We'll do music that the adults will. We'll do music that grown-ups, everybody will enjoy. But I think it's not our job or duties to censor what our kids see. Parents are supposed to, that's why all these things, there are parental lock, parental guide. You're supposed to, it's not the artist's job to come and censor what your kid hear, you get me? Because, and you're not best of banditing, but where you're there, so when you listen, make sure that your kids don't have access to these things. Now this is send me say.
All right, guys. So KiDi is my guest on BTM Afrika, and if you want to sponsor this show, of course, we've got contact scrolling on the screen. You're able to call us and talk to us. And a big shout out to my very own, that's the Creativita, for always helping us with outfits. Unfortunately, and I didn't have share before I can say. Me share and buttons, all of them.
For in that gym, for touches for the gym, touch your toes,
He has a song for every situation.
Every situation,
like he did mention. Let's look beyond this album. You talked about plugs and all the things that you are doing. There's this conversation about you and Sinaso. I'm pretty sure you heard it.
Yeah. I've heard it so many times. Way back from Sugar. The album, so
and you've maintained a very good relationship with her. There was a recent video, I think is a picture of you and her in the studio, and she said she changed her mind or something, and people started talking. Do you intentionally do this, knowing
actually,
that people would talk?
No. You see, that message was very direct. Literally, that's what happened. Like I took the ice cream from the fridge, and women are like that. When you buy food,
decisive.
Or like I said, but when you are eating it, they are looking at you like, hey, mommy, that's exactly what happened. So I took the ice cream and I asked her, do you want me to get you one? So I was like, oh, I'm fine. But me didn't know what ice cream in the pan. I was like, hey, so I mean, that's just what it was. But when I put it out there, other people, started conjuring other ideas. But these things, they happen. So, and she's a good friend of mine. We've known each other from uni, way back in uni. So she's always been a good friend of mine. There's nothing sexual there. It's just platonic.
Could there ever be something sexual?
We never know the future, but right now I can speak for now. There's nothing there.
Aside her, there's this thing with Adina.
Hey, Adina, make my heart cut. Adina is also a very good friend of mine, a good friend of the family. Adina is family, literally. Like she's always with us. Studio when we're going out performance. Adina is really family. So
I'm asking because
that's why my heart's cut, because Adina is even family, more even family than Zayne.
I asked because she speaks highly of you as well. And
we work together a lot. We work together a lot. Her songs, her album, we're in the studio for a month straight working on the album together. So that's what it was. She's family. She's family.
So there's nothing beyond.
At all.
I wanted to say something, but I wouldn't say it.
Hey, if there's something between me and her.
How about should I?
Somebody will kill me.
Yeah, so talk. Hey, okay, big shouts to Mr.
Mentos.
Mr. S. Big shouts to you. I know that would have you got it right.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so at least that settles it. So there's nothing between the two of them. There's nothing between the two. So I mean, before we wrap up this whole conversation, there's that song I want you to do. In as much as people say it's whatever, you still want to do it for her.
What song is it?
But I like the intro to your album.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like become the sick tune to my radio show now.
Yeah.
Like
it's a mood setter.
Exactly.
It ushers you into the album.
So you want to do that intro,
okay,
and then perhaps send me nudes.
Wait, let me drink water. I've lost my voice over the weekend.
Yeah,
so.
I know a lot of shows and all that. It means more money and everything.
Amen.
And little problems. Yeah.
Sunny days, holidays, everything I want is a mile away. Me and Zayne, aeroplanes, chilling on an island far away. I'm just searching for the pot of gold, holy water upon my head to toe. I know they live my life for sure. Promise I get love for my friends and foes. I just put in work. Swear while I know the bad. I'm just chasing checks. Want a good life for my family. Yes. But I'm only human. Lord have mercy on me. I just want to wake up every day with the heart of a golden boy. Me and Zayne.
Me and Zayne, aeroplane. A golden boy.
You don't have golden. You want the golden hair?
Talking about me and Zayne, the comedian Jacinta.
Jacinta. That was also very sick. It was. I saw. I was like, hey, she wore the same color of t-shirt. Oh, I was like, that was sick. That was sick. That was sick.
That's interesting.
So when you come through, no more talking. We going straight to the sexing. So right now while we texting, my baby send me nudes. My baby send them. You know I'm in the mood, yeah. Send me nudes. Oh, mommy send them. You know I'm in the mood. Monkoto bundle. I'm gonna send it. Send play to.
Do you often get it?
Oh, by the grace of God.
People actually send them. How do you feel when they send them?
Oh, say I appreciate you. It's all love, you know. When you send, I mean, I won't ask for it, but if you send it, I'll watch it. I mean, it's all part of the job, you know.
So you never tell them, oh, please,
no, I won't discourage you. I mean, I will not even engage. I'll not say anything. Like, I make it a point not to encourage you.
Like, move beyond that.
No. If you send, I'll move on.
Are you tempted to actually hit on people, like, you know, because like we said, you are the girl them sugar, you are the ladies' favorite and all that, and people send you some of these things. People want to have a piece of you, just like that. People even want to touch you, like Jesus cloth. They want to touch your shirt, keke.
And because I know this, that's why the discipline is up when it comes to that. Because if I don't discipline myself in that regard, it won't be good. You get me? And I put in my mind that these things, I cannot fight these things. Yeah. I cannot like say, hey, no. So when they come, like I said, it should be me nipa. I'll watch, I move on. If you talk about my music, I mean, that's when maybe I'll reply, oh, thank you, I appreciate you, keep streaming. But when it comes to sexual things, I make it a point not to, you know, encourage you. Because I don't know you don't know me. I don't know, I dream for out there, but I'll be a smart now, but you know, so the discipline always needs to be up when it comes to that. Yeah.
Beyond that, let's look at your performances. You seem to sell this experience that makes people always want to come for your events. Yeah. I saw the one you had with DJ Mensa not too long ago. And the love from the ladies. How do you see it? I mean, when these things happen, how do you feel?
You know, even before I became an artist, I used to go to concerts a lot.
Okay.
If my favorite artist is performing, I'll be there. Unless I'm not free, if I'm free. And I always go to concerts, and when I leave, the songs I come to perform, I know them already. But I want to feel something in I want to feel some euphoria. Like, I want to feel like, hey, when I go home, I have to be able to, wow, the concert, he did this, he brought this, he did. And that is why, when I became an artist, I made sure that, because I know the concerts you are coming, you've heard all my songs, you've heard the songs already. Yeah. But I need to give you an experience. I need to, you know, make you feel good about being there. I want to make your money worth it that you came to my concert. So that, again, when I do another one, you keep coming. All my concerts in Ghana, in London, US, it's always an experience. So that when you leave, 1 year down the line, you keep talking about, hey, I remember when KiDi came. It's good. If I watch Beyonce and The Weeknd, Michael Jackson, when they perform, it's an experience. You get me? It's not just about coming to sing the song and going. They do things that make you feel like, oh, like, and the love for them keeps increasing. You get me? More fans. And sometimes you hear a song, maybe you like it 5 over 10. But the way the artist even performs, it makes you even go back to go and like the song more, you know. So in everything we do, we have to make sure that people gravitate to our songs more and come back to our concerts every day. Yeah.
So there's a word of advice to any performing artist or any creative. I mean, you just need to make sure that you are giving your audience an experience which will make them want to come back for more. Yeah. This has been BTM Afrika. My name is DJ KiDi. Thank you very much for making time for this one. And I know that definitely we have something more coming your way. But what will be your, I was about to say last words or final words, but it makes it feel like you're about to die. So what if I say parting words? Last words.
Last words now. Final words. You know, final words to your fans.
Yeah, so what would you tell them?
I mean, thank you guys. Thank you. Without you guys, there's no me. You guys, you keep streaming the music, you keep coming to my concerts, supports, prayers. I appreciate you. Golden Boy album is out. Still, if you stream it already, keep streaming it. More numbers. Push your family members on. Put your friends on. Keep streaming the album. More is coming. Fingers crossed. Kumasi, Accra, Ghana, Africa, worldwide. I love you guys. Boom. Wow.
Nice one. Thank you for watching. My name is NYDJ. Remember to subscribe, leave your comments, and of course share and follow us across our social media platforms at BTM Afrika. It's BTM and Africa is AFRIKA. So make sure you follow us and catch you some other time. Bye.